And welcome back to the Sooner Surge on a very somber night as we are recording this video that will go out whenever it is public. Uh, we were made aware tonight of a rumor that's been going around that Sooners star pitcher, one of the best pitchers in all of college softball, Jordy Bahl, will be entering the transfer portal. So, uh, turn it over to Jason for an instant reaction to this news.
Well, obviously devastated as an OU fan, but at the same time, if Jordy Ball wants to transfer, or maybe it's a personal reason. Who knows what it is? I don't know exact details yet, but you know, she gave OU great 2 years. Two national championships. This year was unfreaking believable. The way she pitched down the stretch. It was one of the best clutch performances throughout the World Series that I've ever watched. You could say single game, a single season performance. It's up there in all of OU sports and what she did. So, obviously devastated, but guys, OU is going to retool. Period. Doesn't matter. Okay.
And
Yeah, and I don't want to. I'm just going to piggyback what Jay's saying there. Yeah, I don't want to speculate because we don't know, exactly all the details of this. It is a very, as you said, Hunter, somber night last night as we received the news. But I will say that Jordy Ball. If you look at it, she she went out the best way possible as a Sooner. No way could she have storybook written this, scripted this any better. Her career at OU would come to an end. So, really appreciate just how she battled this year and how just dominant she was. So, best of luck to Jordy Ball.
yeah, I agree. And as you guys know, I may be one of the biggest Jordy Ball fans in the world. She's my favorite player on the OU softball team. I'll say that. It truly does suck to not only see such a great player leave, but having a player like Jordy Ball on your team that's such a dog, a girl that every single team that faces her fears. I believe it was Aaron Miller, I could be wrong, that said that if she was playing against Jordy Ball, that she would scare her because the way she approaches the game. And Jordy Ball's not only impact on the field, but off the field. I'm sure she was a leader in some way with the way she carried herself on the field gave confidence to other players. I think that's fair to say, and I think we all can agree on that. And it truly does suck. And I'm not going to speculate, but I wish her the best of luck in the future. And I do really hope there's a world in which she can somehow continue to be a Sooner.
It does, as far as the situation, why she did enter the portal, it does sound like she wants to get closer to home, closer to the relationships she has with significant others and family members. And if it was up to me, if I was a betting man, I'd bet that destination would be the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Well, we all know Nebraska. Obviously, she grew up in Nebraska, played in high school there, and if y'all remember right, I don't know if you remember when she got recruited by OU. She was heavy going to Nebraska most of her senior year, and OU kind of got her there near the end, I believe. So it's not uh, like it's shot in the dark of where she would be going. I think Nebraska would be the destination, and it'd be something where it's, hey, I've won two national championships at OU. Let me go play for a team that's not great at softball and see if I can take them to the World Series and maybe win a championship. To me, that you've won two, OU's won three in a row, and I'm not. I know. I think I said this to you, Hunter, in a text earlier about what else is there for her to do here. And you're like, well, she could win four straight national championships. I understand that, but at the same time, you really can only go down in her. She can only go down. At OU. She's won two in her first 2 years and pitched both in the World Series. So I don't know.
Yeah, one thing that's very interesting to me is seeing all the things of all the players and coaches talking about the pressure that this season brought.
You
When
didn't hear it during the year, did you?
yeah,
Only
but
after.
in general, like
Yeah.
hearing Jordy, it really got to her more than honestly probably anyone else on just the pressure of anything less than excellence is failure at Oklahoma when you have that massive win streak on the line every single day. You finish the season 61-1. So that could be a lot of it. Is you go to Nebraska now, a team that they made the regionals last year. They played 4 games. They went out, lost to Oklahoma State in the regional final. So a team that's not to the Oklahoma level in no way, shape, or form. You're going to be hands down the star, even though she's already the star of Oklahoma right now. And have a chance of, like what Najari Kennedy has done with Stanford, carry them all the way to the Women's College World Series.
And can you imagine if she did that in her home state? I mean, she would be, she's probably already queen, but she would be queen. I mean,
one thing that looking at OU's lineup this past season, very nice to not have to play Jordy Bahl. And if it comes to that next year where we're going against Jordy Bahl, that's going to be a tough matchup. One that I don't even know if OU's lineup, regardless of how good and historic they have been, can win.
Yeah, and I guess instead of going on the somber side, I'll go on the positive side, is that they do have a great young pitcher in Kirsten Deal that is very high ceiling. Nicole May, she's proven she's a veteran. She's someone that you can trust. And OU probably will get someone in the portal. That's
when they have Garen. Garen, I think, was a freshman too.
Who?
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, even though OU, as to this point, is losing Jordy Bahl, I still don't expect Oklahoma to fall off. Oklahoma is going to be Oklahoma with Patty Gasso. She's going to have them right. And even if Jordy Bahl goes to Nebraska, I don't necessarily know how far she can get them due to them not having enough, I would say, star power could be the correct word. Even though I don't know much about them, just from things that I've seen, the basic outlook of them is that it still would take more than Jordy Bahl. And with Jordy Bahl going to Nebraska, I would not be surprised if a player or two from another school follows her.
But you would have to agree, though, going back to your hometown, and even in the interview with Holly Rowe after the game, when she tried to Holly Rowe pronounce Papalino or whatever, you could tell Jordy, even on just announcing the play, her hometown was just, she loves the place.
Well, you can
to be able to put Nebraska on your back and try to carry them to a title where she would be the only one, whereas here she's, frankly, guys, she's one of many stars.
Well, and you can see it if you follow her on social media in the off season. She loves being back. I mean, being back home in the off season just seems like it means a lot to her. So,
and as you guys know, her current boyfriend plays on the Nebraska baseball team, and all her family lives in Nebraska. So it kind of is just really a thing that I think makes the most sense for her to go to Nebraska. I think that would be the only realistic place she would end up going, would be Nebraska.
Anything else, Brody?
No, don't got much else, but
Well,
I do think it'll be interesting to see what type of pivot Patty Gasso and staff make from here, who they go after in the portal, and kind of what that looks like. I don't think Patty Gasso is going to play dirty or anything like that. I'd imagine that she's going to go after who is in the portal. She's not going to go after people who are not in the portal. So that's kind of how I'd look at that.
Yeah, and Brody Hunter, I don't know if you guys can just – is there any world in which she decides that transfer could be the wrong thing in which she stays after this announcement is made public? From what you guys have heard, I mean,
I wouldn't think that.
I think if she enters the portal, she's leaving.
Yeah, I think a player like Jordy Bahl entering the portal, it's pretty clear that she's not returning at that point.
And from things that you guys have heard, not to speculate, it's just glad to know that it could be a family issue, not necessarily a team thing, because you guys know the culture at Oklahoma is so great, and I don't think Jordy Bahl, whenever she leaves, I think she's going to do it in the right and proper way, because that's the kind of person she seems to be. And I think Jordy Bahl has left a great long-lasting impact on the University of Oklahoma, and I wish her the best of luck in the future.
That's right. Sooner Nation, we don't like these kinds of videos, but we are here to provide content and information as we receive that information. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel here so you can stay up to date with the latest breaking Sooner news and up-to-date information. And guys, best of luck, Jordy Bahl. And until next time, Boomer.
Boomer.